Connection and sovereignty, two seemingly opposing forces, represented by male and feminine energy, that in perfect harmony create something new. In ancient China, we find the flower of life, as well as we do in ancient Egypt. In all the cultures of the world, we find this symbolism. The earth is covered in a grid. Not only one grid, but many. But these grids are constructing themselves from the flower of life, from the geometric structure that forms everything. We connect with the structure through our magnetic field. Our magnetic field is interconnected with the universal field. When we see that we are connected, we have to see, or we will see, that we interfere with every energy around us. We influence each other. Our 7 main chakras need to come into balance for this field to be enabled to be in its most potent form. Our 3 main energies we embody would be represented by male aspects, feminine aspects, and child aspects, or creator aspects, because the child is the creation, the alchemic process of the perfect harmony of male and feminine energy. When these 3 institutions do not align with each other, the output, which is put out by the heart, because the heart is the driving force within everyone. These energies that may come into in a perfectly harmonic, structured way get misinterpreted, and the harmony and the balance is not longer stable. So the importance of understanding that all of these 3 energies have a major role to play in everyone's life. For the heart is the balance. And the heart arises to its fullest power, to its fullest potential, to its full and complete understanding by coming into the alignment of mind and gut. A very intelligent man, Dr. Emoto Masaru, you can see his works here. As you can see, there are different words under every geometric structure that you're now seeing. Every one of these structures is formed by a frequency that is represented by a word. So everything is a frequency, everything has a frequency, and every frequency interferes. As you can see, a frequency change can occur anytime. You can change the informational structure within everything within an instant. The flower of life, the geometric structure. Leonardo da Vinci realized that this had a bigger relevance, a more broadened understanding that one would perceive at a first impression of this geometric structure. We can see that the alignment of the chakras would also be indicated when we connect it to the flower of life. You may ask why the chakras would be the driving force, but we have more than 7 chakras, and in all these points of connection, we have energy centers. We have energetic structures that connect with the surrounding areas, frequencies, and matter. The flower of life can take any form, as you may have already witnessed. It can be described in different layers, in different expressions of color, in different formations, in different motions, with different information. It can come with a lot of detail, a lot of contrast, or as harmonically structured within a certain color range. Every color, every structure comes into balance with each other, has to be able to come into balance for something new to be created. So no structure and no color is better or worse than any of the others. It is simply a matter of perception. It is simply a matter of perspectives. And when we come to the understanding that we all have very unique worlds that we live in, we come to the understanding that we are a collective, that we are working together on a level that we may never even thought of. A garden or a flower garden, when you look at the flowers, you can see the patterns, you can see the structure, you can see the colors, and you can smell how this plant presents itself, what the chemical structure is describing, what the physical appearance is telling you. Everything is there for a reason. Everything is interconnected. And as we look into the smallest structure, the smallest fractal aspect that we can find, we look into the biggest fractal layer at the same time, because everything is all at once. Everything is interconnected. The creation of life takes place when one becomes 2, becomes 3, 4, 5. The first separation forms the possibility for expansion. We can create endlessly, but for a creation to move forward, 2 aspects, or the 2 aspects, have to come into union to create something new. The left hemisphere of the brain would be representing the male view, the male brain half, and the right hemisphere would represent the feminine aspect. As you can see, we have on the left side, we have structure. We have beautiful, infinite structure. On the right, you can see we have a lot of colors, and we have not understood colors to a degree where we could comprehend the extenses of their incredible power. And in between these two hemispheres, there lies the third eye, the child within the male aspect, the male-dominated aspect of the brain. The alchemical process of the merging of structure with color. Within our body is a fractal antenna. Our body is a fractal reproduction. Everything in your body is a fractal reproduction of the frequency that you're holding. We find these fractal mechanisms everywhere. We find it in the gut, in the intestines, which makes the gut an incredibly powerful tool to interpret frequency on a certain range of, or in a certain range of frequency, which would be a lower resonant, longer, more stable frequency. The brain. The brain is also and as well a fractal antenna. Like a tree, it can be expressed in every way, and it's always a very unique expression because the male and the feminine energy within everyone create something new every time they come into union, into balance. So it is your choice how your tree should look like, what your tree is formed like. It's your tree. Everyone has their own tree, and every tree is beautiful, as long as it is created harmonic and structured. You can see that this harmonic structure is occurring everywhere. You can go outside and view the earth from the heavens, and you will see that it is fractal. Everything is a fractal pattern. Everything is a reoccurring pattern that is formed through your perception, through your frequency. You are a conscious creator. A sine wave. When you combine two of these waves and connect them, you have a strand of DNA. You have a frequency and you have the harmonic of the frequency. And this creates something that is beyond comprehension in its magnificent detail. It is a whole new universe that can be created within the smallest aspect that you can find. And everything arises from the same pattern, the same structure, and creates something very individual over and over and over again. And as you can see, everything has its own beauty. Everything has its own harmony, its own structure. And when you go outside to the uppermost layer that you can find, you will find the picture that you painted. You will find the picture that was created through your frequency. And you can see that everyone around you is part of this picture, part of this reality, part of you. The universe does not act randomly. Nature does not act randomly. Everything is in perfect harmony. Everything in nature is perfect harmony. When you find the connections, when you find the universe within yourself, the structure, the emotions that you chose to experience, that you wish to experience, to create something completely new out of this. When you find this structure, you find yourself, and with yourself, you find the universe. It is all a matter of color and structure, and how these two are balanced. When we explore our inner world, we cultivate it. We see that we are creators. We see what we are able to create. And we start to create this same frequency that we are holding within our mind, within our heart, within our gut. We recreate this frequency into the outside, into the outer world, because we flow into the outside, and from the outside into the inside. We flow constantly. It's a constant movement. And we take the impressions we get from the outside and then turn back inside. But you have to see that this universe that you carry inside of you is only yours. It is yours to explore. It is yours to cultivate. It is yours to love. And by doing this, you're creating harmony. You are becoming a creator. Because you are the universe. Have you ever asked yourself what God may look like? It is actually possible for you to comprehend something like this, with the possibility of the flower of life, or the possibility that the flower of life is granting you. You can see that everything forms itself from the same pattern, but with a consciousness that is proceeding information from a layer that includes all of its sublayers and is far beyond our comprehension. The world may look different. There are endless possibilities, endless creations. There is no right and there is no wrong. Everything is there for a reason. It is not ours to judge. It is ours to see. It is ours to create, to be aware of what we are creating. Because we are all, every single one of you is the hero of his or her story. Every single one of you is the universe, and everything around you moves with you. Everything moves around you. It is only a matter of perspective, because everyone is the universe, and the universe moves around everyone. So the most important thing to see is that you are consciously choosing within every moment what you are willing to create. And you can choose to create harmony and a harmonic, balanced structure, or you can choose to create destruction. The choice is yours.